WGCH News would like to invite you to the first annual Grove City High School Academy Awards. With our first Academy Award, our award is Best Hair.
The nominees for Best Hair are Mr. Michael Crabtree, Mr. Shane Watkins, Mr. Kevin Heacock, and Mr. Chuck West.
And the winner for Best Hair is Mr. Michael Crabtree.
This is Mr. Crabtree's first nomination for an Academy Award. This is also the first annual Grove City High School Academy Awards.
Mr. Crabtree, congratulations.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to say. I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank Great Clips. This is an honor that I'm not even worthy of. Thank you.
Congratulations. You deserve it.
And our next award is Life of the Party. And the nominees for the Life of the Party, Mr. Josh Keller, Mrs. Marissa Liu, Mr. Eric Jareski, and Mrs. Gwen Posey.
And the winner for Life of the Party goes to Mr. Joshua Keller.
Mr. Keller can be seen partying it up in both girls soccer and in AP US history.
Mr. Keller, congratulations. Here I say.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'd like to thank all my students who basically make me the life of the party, because they always come into my room and they say, it's really hot in this room, and I say, that's because history is lit.
And our next award determines who is most likely to win the Hunger Games.
The nominees for Most Likely to Win the Hunger Games are Mr. Andrew Eschbach, Senora Caitlin Diddy, Mr. Tennyson Varney, Mr. Josh Blankenship, and Miss Heather Kuhnfair.
And the Most Likely to Win the Hunger Games award goes to Mr. Andrew Eschbach.
This is Mr. Eschbach's first nomination for an Academy Award. Due to his sciencey knowledge and his cat-like reflexes, he is most likely to win the Hunger Games.
Mr. Eschbach, congratulations.
Most likely to win the Hunger Games. Thank you. Thank you. I always said it would always be a science teacher if there were a teacher Hunger Games, and I'm glad you accepted me. Thank you.
It's a great honor.
The next award is Best Funny Face. And the nominees for Best Funny Face are Mr. Walt Riesenberg, Mr. Shane Watkins, Mrs. Caitlin O'Hara, Miss Lori Fullen, and Mr. John Bova.
And the Academy Award for Best Funny Face goes to Mr. John Bova.
In need of a laugh, just ask Mr. Bova to make a funny face. Mr. Bova's parents should also receive this award as they help contribute to Mr. Bova's funny face.
Mr. Bova, congratulations.
What's this? You won the Academy Award for Best Funny Face, Mr. Bova. Congratulations.
Wow, this is I had no idea. This is the first thing I've ever won. Really?
Our next award is going to be the Best Teacher Catchphrase.
The nominees for Best Teacher Catchphrase are Mr. Shane Watkins with Good Morning Class, Miss Lori Fullen with Put That in Your Suitcase of Knowledge, Mrs. Caitlin O'Hara with Thanks Girl, Mr. Andrew Eschbach with So I Went Down to the Physics Store, Mrs. Holly Gilbert with Cuts Wristband.
And the Academy Award for Best Teacher Catchphrase goes to Mr. Andrew Eschbach for I Went Down to the Physics Store.
This is now Mr. Eschbach's second Academy Award of the day. Hashtag Beaver Sweep.
Congratulations, your second award of the day. Here I serve.
Thank you. I would like to thank the physics store because I'm always there. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As we are getting close to the end of the awards, we now present the Best Teacher Team Duo. And the nominee pairs for Best Teacher Team Duo are the Fullen family, Miss Lori and Whitney Fullen. The Student Council couple, Mr. Michael Crabtree and Mrs. Caitlin O'Hara. The Social Studies Sweethearts, Mr. Brian Smith and Jeffrey Yetter. The Wonderful Watkins, Mr. Shane Watkins and Mrs. Sarah Watkins. The Rambunctious Riesenbergs, Mr. Walt Riesenberg and Mrs. Lean Riesenberg.
And the Academy Award for Best Teacher Team Duo goes to Mr. Brian Smith and Mr. Jeffrey Yetter.
This is Mr. Yetter and Mr. Smith's first nomination for an Academy Award. They often spend time walking hand in hand along beaches, grading homework, and teaching social studies.
Congratulations, you guys have won the Academy Award for Best Teacher Team Duo.
Look at that. I know. It's awesome.
Sweet! Anybody you'd like to thank, sir?
I'd like to thank my partner, the second half of the duo, Mr. Yetter.
Likewise, I'd like to thank Mr. Smith and my mom. Love you, Mom. And his mom. That's it.
The next award is Music Maestro.
The nominees for Best Musical Maestro are Mr. Jason Graham, Miss Ann Johnson, Mr. Thomas Trainey, Miss Hannah Lobster, Miss Sierra Lee, and Mr. Walt Riesenberg.
And the Academy Award for Best Musical Maestro goes to Mr. Jason Graham.
This is Mr. Graham's first nomination for an Academy Award. And in case you forgot, this is also the first annual Grove City High School Academy Awards.
Congratulations, Mr. Graham. You've won the Academy Award for Best Musical Maestro.
Wow. This is a fantastic honor.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank the Academy and all the voting members, and I'm speechless. Thank you so much to the Academy for this great honor.
And to conclude our first annual Grove City High School Academy Awards, we would like to thank every teacher watching this. You all received the Best Trophy Award. Thank you, and have a great weekend, Grove City.